Hey guys, it's Paul here once again. I'm going to do another VHS topic video. I'm not on the DV camera, but the webcam's good for now. I don't want to hook up the other camera, but it's going to be on shady sellers, people who deceive you, people who lie to you when you're trying to trade with them. And I've had a few experiences, and a few of my other friends had some experiences, so I'm going to share some. One is this guy that you guys might have saw him on eBay. His username is dragshop01. Now he keeps posting these lots, these VHS lots of big boxes. He had a lot for maybe 10 and a lot for 5, and you see them all the time. When you first come across, you're like, wow, a VHS lot of 10 big boxes is great, I got a bid on it. And then you realize 2 days before the auction ends, he ends it early. Now this happened 5 times. Altogether, like 5 or 6 times he's done this, listing movies, taking them off, listing movies, and then taking them off. Well, the second time he did it, I emailed the guy and I messaged him through eBay and I said, listen, you keep posting, you posted these videos, you took them off, and then you posted them again, you took them off. What's the deal? Do you have them or not? I'll give you a deal. We'll make a deal, and we'll take it from there. And he's like, sure. You know what? In fact, I have a bunch of big boxes, and I'll make a list for you. I'm like, oh, that's great. So through email we correspond back and forth. He's sending me pictures, describing the movies, making a list. I'm researching the movies to make sure which ones I want and which ones worth buying. So I think he sent me a list of maybe 100, 150 movies, and I decided to buy all those big boxes and some slip cases, and I think it was about 50 movies, and we decided on a price of $200. Now bear in mind that this communication process went back and forth for about a week, and in the process I was just getting so excited. I thought I was going to get this killer deal on all these videos, and I was just so excited to see them and to get them in the mail. So I PayPal the guy the $200, right? I'm excited, like I said, waiting for them to come in the mail, waiting to hear from him, to give me a tracking number. 2 days later, I get an email, and the email says that his mother was sick. He went to see his mother. When he got home, he found out that one of his pipes burst in his house, and his whole basement was flooded, and it destroyed the videos. My heart sunk. I was really disappointed. I was really upset. I was really looking forward to getting these movies. It was a really great deal, and would have been a great boost in my collection, but I was totally hurt. I suspected that maybe he was lying to me. This stuff happens. They lie to you because they just don't want to fess up about it, that they want more money. So they say, okay, I'll refund you, and that's it. But he messages me back saying, I could try to salvage them for you. I could try to see what I can gather that's not in too bad condition. I'm like, alright, see what you can do. He gets back to me and says, no, they're all pretty smelly. Like, okay. Really upset, heartbroken that this awesome deal fell through. A week later, my friend Lewis online, he tells me about the guy listing the movies on eBay. A week later, he lists the movies that he told me were destroyed. He lists them on eBay. And I just couldn't believe it. This guy had the balls to relist the movies he told me that were destroyed. I messaged him. I'm like, listen, man, you don't have to lie to me. I'm a reasonable person. If you wanted more money, you should have just told me. You don't have to lie. And he simply tells me, oh, the videos are in okay condition. I dried them and I sprayed Lysol on them to kill the smell. And everybody knows that once water hits cardboard, especially if the cardboard was soaking in the water, it's no good anymore. It's wrinkly and warped, and it'll fall apart. You can't put Lysol on it. That's not going to help either. I messaged him again. I said, listen, you really think I believe that? You really think that I'm falling for this story that you dried them up and sprayed Lysol? Even if that was the case, why not say, hey, I was able to salvage the videos and clean them up, and we'll make a deal. Why not do that instead of going on eBay and posting them again? Well, the answer's obvious, and it's because he lied to me. He just blatantly lied to me. I mean, and in the listing, the one that he reposted, he says they're in good condition. Obviously, if they were soaking in water, they wouldn't be good condition. I mean, you're not fooling anybody. Even if they were soaking in water, the VHS wouldn't work, right? The VHS would be damaged. I mean, it just wouldn't work right. It wouldn't be... There'd be water stuck in the cassette. You'd have to open up every cassette and try to... it just wouldn't happen, alright? So the guy lied to me. I'm pissed off, and he's still doing it. He's still posting videos and then taking them off. So beware of this guy. Don't try to cut a deal with him. I think Lewis tried to cut a deal with him, and some other people tried, and he just backs out in the last minute. don't waste your time. His name is DragShop01. Don't waste your time. Don't get excited when you see his listings because he's just gonna take them off. Okay? Another experience I had, this one was recently also. You know that rare movie poster guy? I had spoke about him in the VHS ripoffs video. Well, I've been looking for this VHS for a long time, Rock and Roll Mobster Girls, under the Donna Michelle label. Not a horror movie, but a Donna Michelle movie nonetheless, and I've wanted it. Doing some Googling, and I find out he has it on a separate site that's similar to eBay, like an eBay ripoff site. So, in order to buy from that site, you'd have to sign up to the site, which is a $1 fee, which is ridiculous. So I knew it was the same guy, so I just messaged him on eBay, instead. And when I messaged him, he said, sure, okay, and he sent me to his own site, which is rarehollywood.com. That's the own site he runs where he sells his movies also. So I went to the site, and I was able to haggle down the price for $30 for this VHS. And I was like, okay. So we're looking through the rest of his stuff that he has on the site. He had some pretty decent prices. As he is a rip-off artist. We all know that. He's a rip-off artist. But some of his videos on there, maybe he's just not knowledgeable about them, but they were really good deals. So I make a long list of movies I was interested in, right? A lot of Wizard stuff, mostly big boxes for about $10 or so. I think there was about 10 titles I sent him. And I was like, okay, I need to know the condition of these videos. I mean, he claims to be a collector selling rare videos. I'm a collector, and collectors want to know what they're buying, right? So I asked him, what's the condition of the videos, and are they the same distributor as shown in the picture? I think this was about 10 movies. He sends me a message back saying, you're putting too many limitations on what I can do, and as long as it's the same movie, it doesn't matter what the distributor is. And I'm thinking, dude, why are you telling me this? You claim to be a collector like me. The distributor makes a whole difference. It's a big deal to the distributor. That's like, you know what that's like? That's like seeing an advertisement for a car, right? And it's a picture of a Toyota. But when you go to pick the car up, it's a Honda. And when you dispute it, what's the seller going to say? Oh, it's a car at least. I mean, it's a stupid excuse. Just as long as it's the same movie, it's okay. It's ridiculous. I don't understand how he can call himself a collector and say that I'm putting too many limitations on him. It's ridiculous. And actually, Lewis, one of my online buddies, he told me that he was trying to get Last House on Dead End Street from this guy. He actually called the guy up, was speaking to him on the phone, and the guy told him that the box is not cut. And Lewis, what he told me, I'm just telling you what Lewis told me, he said that he told the guy, he asked the guy on the phone multiple times, is the box cut? Is the box cut? Is the box cut? The guy said, no, 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 it's not cut. Because Lewis wouldn't spend over $100 and trade on a valuable DVD unless it was the Last House on Dead End Street, an uncut box. Well, Lewis sends him the money and the DVD, and right after he sends payment, and right after Rare Movie Poster sends him the VHS, he says, oh, by the way, it actually was cut. It actually was cut, but it's really nicely trimmed, and you can't even tell. Could you believe this? I mean, that is the shadiest thing I've ever seen. I mean, how do you... He asked you 3 times, a bunch of times, if the box was cut, and only after you ship it, you tell him that, oh, it was cut, by the way. I mean, that's some grimy stuff. And a few things about him is that he ships his videos from Pennsylvania, but he charges New York residents tax. Kind of weird to me, but whatever. So those are my experiences. I haven't had too many other bad experiences trading or buying videos from other people, but that's them. So beware of Rare Movie Poster, okay? Because what you see might not be what you get, and don't even bother asking him because he's not going to tell you. And beware of DragShop01 on eBay. I don't know what's wrong in that guy's head. He just can't decide what he wants to do with his movies. But that's me, and see you guys later.